This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for November 6th, 2025. Wolf Mother have announced they're going to celebrate the 20th anniversary of their self-titled debut album with a 2026 North American tour, performing the album in its entirety, kicking off June 7th in Austin and wrapping up in San Diego on July 12th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster. That includes a stop in Boston at the House of Blues on June 21st. Disturbed lead singer David Draymond has issued a new update clarifying his comment about the band taking an extended break in 2026. The band just wrapped up their touring cycle celebrating their 25th anniversary of their debut album, The Sickness. David Draymond saying, for the record, 1, taking a break because we're tired, period. 2, any spin by the media is just that, spin. We're all doing great and are all on great terms. 3, the European tour was the biggest of our career. We played to packed arenas every night. Let's do it again sometime. According to the BBC News, Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath is set to raffle off one of his Gibson SG guitars to raise money for the hospital where he received cancer treatment. The 77-year-old was treated at Birmingham, United Kingdom's Heartland Hospital in 2012 after being diagnosed with lymphoma a few months earlier. 4 years later, Iommi revealed that his cancer was in remission. Yesterday, Tony Iommi joined the staff at Heartland's Hospital to help launch a fundraising drive as part of a £150,000 appeal to refurbish the hospital's cancer treatment center. Tony Iommi saying it was a terrible shock. It's really hard when you're going through that. You just never think until you're in that situation, and I know how difficult it is and how they feel. I like to be able to give something back and be involved and help. He said the more comfortable you can make the patient, the better. I know when I was in, they treated me so well that everybody was so nice. The nurses were nice and everybody was great. To have the right environment means a hell of a lot. Tony Iommi will make an announcement on social media when the raffle for the guitar goes live. Yes is releasing Tales from the Topographic Oceans on February 6th. As a super deluxe edition box set. The massive collection spans 12 CDs, 2 LPs, and a Blu-ray, and features newly remastered versions of the original double album on both CD and vinyl, rarities, previously unreleased studio and live recordings, and several new mixes by Steven Wilson, including a Dolby Atmos version. Rhino.com will have an exclusive bundle with a 12-inch by 12-inch Tales litho, numbered and signed by Roger Dean, limited to 500. Filmmaker Matt Zane has announced the launch of a crowdfunding campaign in January 2026 for a new documentary exploring the intense and often turbulent relationship between Static X lead vocalist Wayne Static and his wife Tara Ray. Production is scheduled to begin in January, with Zane, a longtime friend and collaborator of Wayne's, directing and producing the project, saying most people are unaware that I knew Wayne for about 14 years and I actually knew his wife Tara before him. We were all close and I worked on every project he did after leaving Static X. I filmed bits and pieces over the years, but we needed a few solid weeks in the desert at their house to finish it. That was the plan. Unfortunately, funding fell through. I know this is something that Wayne and Tara wanted to get done, and they wanted me to do it. I feel I owe them this, to tell their story the way they wanted it told. Zane also confirmed the movie will feature previously unreleased music created by Wayne. Skindred have released their brand new single, You Got This, accompanied by a new video. The title track from their forthcoming 9th album, which has just been announced, a release date of April 17th. Slash has revealed what he thinks really divided him and Axl Rose when Guns N' Roses were at their peak in the 90s and why they get along great now. Speaking to Guitar World earlier this year about his return to Guns N' Roses back in 2016, saying how strange it felt to pick up where he left off and why he feels the dynamic of the band is so tight now. Slash left Guns N' Roses in 1996 and was one of the last members of the Appetite for Destruction lineup to leave, followed by Duff McKagan the following year. saying, quote, I think a lot of stuff that was an issue for guns in the early days, especially in the 90s, had to do with management issues and staff that pitted me and Axel against each other. And it worked. It definitely worked. But without that element, he and I get along great. Duff and I have always gotten along great, and I love working with Richard Fortis. He and I make a really great guitar team, and he's just a good guy, and we all get along really well, and we have a good time doing it. Kings of Leon have announced they'll release a 4-track EP called EP number 2 coming out tomorrow. Sharing the track listing for the release that includes All the Little Sheep, To Space, Pit to the Rind, and The Wolf, confirming that EP number 2 will be available at midnight and can be pre-ordered online. And the White Stripes are getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this Saturday in Los Angeles at the Peacock Theater, and fans are hoping for a reunion. A new note from Jack White teasing a one-off reunion performance has been circulated online. The last line of the note says, tell 7 friends, bring 7 friends, love and peace, Jack White. In a new interview with Consequence, Cassandra Peterson, otherwise known as Elvira, reflected on her longtime friendship with Jack White. Recalling how they originally met, she revealed that it was none other than Pee Wee Herman, actor Paul Rubens, who introduced them. She said, it's so funny. Pee Wee introduced us. You know, we were in Hollywood. He called me up one night and said, oh man, I have tickets to go see Jack White at the Fonda Theater and I can't go. Do you and your daughter want to go? And she was a huge, huge White Stripes fan. So I took my daughter. We go there. We get backstage passes. We're sitting in the backstage area and my daughter's going, you think we can meet him? And I'm like, God, I don't know, honey. You think he's busy? He's got a lot of people here. He just made a beeline for me and went, oh my God, you're Elvira. And we have had this mutual admiration ever since. I think it was so funny. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to the Mistress. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 283, featuring Scott Anderson from Finger 11, is available now.